Hi everyone, it's me, Leigh with Victorian Dreams by Leigh, and we are going to do a project share and a tutorial. Let me put this up. So I am going to be making Anna Griffin cake pop-up card making kit, 20 of them, and it pops up a card cake. So anyway, here's the directions, and I had to make a few to feel comfortable showing y'all. There's a gnat. Shoe fly, don't bother me. Okay, so I'll show you a couple and then we'll make two. It is bulky. You are going to have to use 2 stamps if you mail it. But isn't that pretty? That's just pretty, just like that. But bam, it's a birthday card. Look, isn't that cute? And it's raised and okay. Bam, I'm gonna make a explosion box with a birthday cake in it too. Okay, here's the next one. Here it is, and it's bulky. See how bulky? So here is that, and then it goes bam, and that's a purpley lavender. Isn't that cute? And here's one more, and then I'll show you my tricks and tips. So there's one more, and bam. So there you go. Okay, put these off to the side. And when I first got into my box, you know, it looks like this, but I have to separate my flowers to make sure there's enough to go around. And then I always have so much extra, but I just, it's a thing I do. But it's got so much stuff in here, and I'm not going to use these, but these are labels to put down to sign your signature and sentiment, but I don't need that. But I wanted to just show you what the box looked like. They're on sale tonight on HSN actually, and you can also buy it from annagriffin.com. So okay, I have 2 cards and I already have it all laid out. I am using my hot glue gun. Charlie is my glue gun, and so let's put that off to the side. Let's get these pieces. We won't need these little ones right away, so let's move that off to the side. So let's get these pieces out. I don't know what they're called. This is the base, and you have to get it all prepared and everything. And this is the second base, and this is the topper for the cake. Okay, this is the candle. You have to, I should have got all my folding over with. Sorry I'm having to do this, but I have some tips and tricks. It'll be worth watching. Let's make sure it stays straight. I don't want it to go crooked. And then this one, and we're done. Okay. So first what you do is you get this base. Then you take this. And see where it says D? Have the D facing you. So we're going to, in the first slot, we're going to put, I'm not going by the book directions anymore because I've made them so often, so I'm going to give you the easiest way to do this. you're going to skip around because I'm going to give you the easiest way to do this. So it stands up like that. Okay. Now you take the candle that has the A on it, and I am going to add a little glue here and add a little glue here, and we're going to close that up. Okay. And where the A is, you're sticking it through the first part of the cake and then to the base. And you're sticking it through. Okay? So this is what it's going to look like. And you have the D facing you. And it folds. Okay? So you want to fold the A on the A, and that is actually the candle. So you just fold that over, and then you don't, it doesn't matter if the D or F is facing you while you're folding this, but when you go to round it with these pieces, the D needs to face you. So now you take these little tabs of B and you do B on B, but please make sure that your score line is right at that, the folded part is right inside that slit. So put the D on the D, and then make sure it's tight, and that B, did I say D? I meant B. B on B, and make sure that it is tight. This needs strong glue. If you're not using a glue gun, I don't know what glue to tell you, because it does need to be strong. Okay, so see how I can take my fingers and it's tied up against the bottom of that candle, and that's what it's going to be. So, and it moves around, and it's not totally strong yet because we're still waiting on other pieces. But there we go. I didn't bring it up high enough. But see, now it's secure, it's ready. Now you take this littler piece, and you need to have the G and the D looking at each other. Okay? Just stay with me and I'll tell you why. So you're going to slip that candle through there, through that middle slit, and the C is going to pop up, and the C right here is going to pop up. So go ahead and fold that over just a hair. But now we need to put it slit through that part. It moves around until you get it glued, but it works. And then you need to put the C through that slit too. Okay, now push that. Okay, so the C gets glued underneath there by this bracket. So just fold it where it goes, and see, if you don't have good strong glue that dries quick, you're gonna be here all day, and you glue it down. Okay, and if there's flyaways, you take your heat gun or a hair dryer and you blow for 5 seconds, and all the flyaways go away when you use a glue gun. So don't worry about that. If you see them, they're going to be there. Okay, so now we need to glue the other C. So we're putting a dollop, not very much, just a little bit, and we're folding that over. And if it comes out on you, I'm used to it. I rub it off. My fingers are used to it. So be very careful. And if you're younger, please ask your parents to help. Okay, so it's still looking wobbly. So you're going to pull that tight to the candle, and you're going to push this down to the candle. Okay? But this is what it looks like until we put it together. It's kind of wobbly, it's kind of a hot mess, but that's just what it is. It's okay. So now, why I am looking at the D and the G. Okay. This has a D where you glue it, and the E and F. So, and see the E goes to the E like that. But wait, wait, wait. So what we're going to do is we're going to lay down the two greens, and you see right here. I'm going to show you very intently on this first one. On the second one, we're just going to do it. So you see how the two greens meet up? Okay. I'm going to take my glue. It's not a lot. And I want to keep the base as close to this touching the base as much as possible, because the top's going to move a little. So let's just make sure it's there. Okay. So see, now we're just going to wrap it. But it says do E and E first. Well, I did that, and then I struggled to do F. So we're going to skip the E, and we're going to go to the F. And we're going to put glue on the F. And that's how much glue. And we're going to glue, and we're going to push this down on the base so that you don't see any of the colors. And we're going to glue it right there. And you will see that the corners all match up. See how the corners all go and match up? And we're just pressing to make sure. So it's on there. It's not going. So this is another tip. This right here hits that brace that we just glued to. This tip hits that brace. And it was showing a lot of the color. Well, what you do is you glue it behind it, and you're touching the brace and this paper, so you're actually sealing the brace in between, and it gives it a better seal. So let me just put the glue on here, and we stick it in there. This is kind of hard because your fingers have to fit. You stick it in, and you line up that seam as best you can, and the reason why I said, so you line it up, and we're done with that. And the reason why I said have the D and G facing you is this is the back. And if you make a mistake when you open the card, see when you open the card, I'm looking at the front, and the back is back here. And if they see a little bit of that color, they won't notice it because they're opening it and saying, bye-bye. Okay, so now let's do the same thing. We're going to take the G, make sure everything matches. Whoops, let's have it push this down onto the candle. So we're going to have the G on the G. You might be able to see it better this time. See the G on the G? And it's got a crinkle in it. So I'm going to leave it raised for a minute so that I can get a good glue. I'm not worried about the top of it. I'm worried about the base on base. So this is a little awkward doing it on camera. So there we go. But see, this kind of is like floating. This piece right here is floating. So let's push it back down. And I think I need to add just a hair more glue to straighten that out, to square it up. So let me do that and see. See how it squared it up? And there's no gap. That's why I like the glue gun. And this will probably do the same thing, so I'll show you again if it happens to you. So then we're going to bring it around, and we're going to skip the H. We're going to skip the H and go to the I. So now we're going to put glue on the I, and since it's got a little kink in it, because these are finicky compared to her other pop-ups. So what we're going to do is come around to the I and glue it and glue it. and I put glue higher up so that it would square it up. So see how it squared it up? Okay, we're almost done. So then the H is going to be behind the bracket and to the front piece. So let's take the glue and try not to touch anything. Try to get back in there. Try to line it up so it's all lined up. It wants to move. If you need to, you can get something in there to push it. I mean, you could literally get your finger and get something in there to push it. I got flyaways everywhere. It's driving me crazy. Okay, so there you go. So we made it. So what we need to do is we need to put this off to the side, especially if you are using any type of glue other than the glue gun. You need to put it off to the side and let it dry while you're doing this. It does need a couple of minutes, just a couple, 2 or 3. Okay, so here's the top, and it's going to look at us. Okay, so let's decide, what do we want to put? So we know we're going to put this on here, and we know we're going to put this on here. I'm going to put this inside. All these are stickers. If you use a pop dots, don't pull off your sticker so it doesn't catch where you put the pop dots. Don't pull off the sticker backing. Leave the backing on because you don't want it to catch hair and fuzz and dust after a while. Just leave that on. It won't go off. And just glue your pop dots straight to the backing. Okay, so we're going to use those, and I'll put that inside. I'll use this on the outside, and I'll use this on the outside. So this is going to be quick and easy because it's all sticker. I am only using what comes in the box for the demonstration, but after the demonstration I'll get out my easel, not my easel, but my dies and everything, and I'm trying to rush for y'all. I just need to calm down and enjoy the process. I'll get out my dies and vamp it up a little bit with dies that I have matching with her. So let's get it as straight as possible. I'm going to put something like that. Probably put that there. So if we put this one here, this one, maybe like that, and let's see what this looks like. Ooh, that's a big piece. Let me switch that out because I could pop dot this one. So I'm not going to pull the sticker off this one because I'm going to pop dot it, and I'm sorry that I'm having to take your time and put the little pop dots on here. But it's worth it. These cards are beautiful, I think. And one more. The pop dots even come with the kit. So, okay, so we know what we're going to use, and that's going to go in the inside. Alright, so get your pokey tool and just get up underneath it and pull. And let's put this there. If you're ever going on a trip, you could take this box and have something to do on your downtime, or if you just want to craft a little. It would work really nice in a motorhome and stuff like that too. So I'm going to just put that like that. The pop dot situation. I don't trust the glue on pop dots. They don't last very long. They're not very sticky. It's not a lot of surface space. So I always take my glue gun, and remember we left the backing on that because we don't want it to dust up. I go ahead and add glue to it, and I try to let it drizzle down to adhere the pop dot to the other part. So here we go, and we're going to just center that. Flyaways, stuck to me. We're going to center it like that. Okay, so it's 3-dimensional. We're going to take this sentiment, it's time to celebrate, and I'm going to peel that off. And we're going to, we could center it anywhere, but I don't want to cover up those roses. So I'm going to line it up on here to try to make it as square as possible. And we're done. So now all we have to do is do the inside. There's a trick to the inside that we didn't do on the other pop-ups. Okay, so the back to me is where these were joined together. So now we got to fold this gently, because after a while this gets stressed. So you're not going to play with these near as much as the flowers that we had. So yeah, let's fold it. And we know we want it there, but we're going to glue the back first. So we're going to have the card. The trick on this one, I didn't have to do it on the others, is I'm going to have the card and I'm going to center from here to here. Try to center it as best I can. And I'm going to just add glue there. Set it down flat. The other time I would bring it up, but this time it needs to be as flat as possible. The other time I would take the glue and then do this, but it needs to be flat as possible, because when you open it, it needs to do that pop, and it won't do that if it's not flat. So okay, the back is glued. Now we're going to do this side. So we're going to put glue here, but instead of folding it over like I used to show you, we're going to bring it down. Okay? I need to get something you get in there, or, but it's glued. Okay, so see how it's glued down? It has a little bit of movement still. It looks really nice. So now all we have to do is decorate. So it says make a wish. So the front said it's time to celebrate, and this says make a wish. You can put this on the cake. You can put it here. There is room to put this on the cake or here. Just whatever you do is make sure that it's not sticking out, so make sure it fits. So what I'm going to do is probably put a flower like this. Change it. Let me see. Let me move it around so that I'm going to move it around. I have to get underneath that. So let's put the rose down. And I always let the rose dangle down, but I always like to have this on top and cover the stem. So which direction is this going to go? Because this is a different size. So nope, it covers that up. I'm trying to fit it. It's a pretty good size. So there you go. So, and then we're going to peel this one off. And we're just going to hide a little bit of the stem so that it looks nicer. And there is that part of it. And now all we have to do is add this. This is a sticker. We do not want to pull the sticker off. We don't want once again to catch the dust and lint and get dirty. So we're going to just use our glue, and I'm going to center it on my cake. I'm going to raise it up just a hair, and it is there, and we are done. So there you go, guys. And it will fold back down. And it's bulky, and you're going to have to add 2 stamps to this. So, but when you pop it, it pops open like that. Okay? So I'm going to do one more card. And thank you guys for watching and following. And if you're new, please subscribe, because when it comes to Anna Griffin, I always show my product and I always give a tutorial. I have a lot to make. And yeah, so all my links are down below. I'm on Facebook. I have a couple of groups. I have a Texas group, and then I have a world group. I'm on TikTok. I'm on Pinterest, and I have a Facebook blog, when they used to let you have a blog way back, and I haven't taken it down, and you can't make them anymore, I don't think. But yeah, so anyway, thanks for following me. Hit the bell, because you never know when I'm going to make a video. So okay guys, for the ones that stayed, let's do one more. So I don't need that. I need this. I need that. The bottom plate, top cake, candle. Something's missing. What is it? There we go. So I don't need any of that right now. But at least I knew what I wanted to use. So okay, we need to prep our paper. So let's go ahead and just prep all of it real fast. It doesn't take but a sec. Okay. If you get to where your score isn't good enough, you could use a ruler or a scoreboard and recrease it. I'm not going to crease these tabs until we get to close to doing it. It's kind of delicate, but see the two different sizes? This is the first piece you use on the base, then the candle, and then this is the smaller piece. So let's fold our candle and prep it. Okay. Let's put the candle off to the side, even though it says A. We're going to skip to B. It's easier. Let's turn it so I see D facing me. So just stick it to where the B is there and where the line is. And then there's a little slit mark on this side too. And it's not hard. Once you make one or two, these move along pretty fast. Okay, and now we're going to slip that A through this base, and it's thicker because we folded it over, and it stops there. And then we're going to slip it through the bottom, and now you see 3 tabs. Okay, whoops, it popped out. Okay, because I didn't fold it. Okay, so now we can fold this, and you can see where B and B, I'll flip this over, and B will go here, and A will go here. Okay, so let's do that. Let's try to stay right in the crease. So we did A, and we're going to try to make sure it's straight and right in the crease. We folded over and glued it. Now the B, we don't want to see much of that green, so let's push it up a little. Pull it. Okay, stay right in that crease and that fold, and tab, and there you go. So now let's go do this B. Let's make sure it's straight as possible. So just a tab and fold it over. There you go. I think okay. Now the C is, you want this G and the D facing you. When you put this on, let's put the candle through that top slit. And we are going to put Sorry, I got a text from my daughter. I want to make sure it was okay. Johnny, can you check the text and make sure it's okay? And my husband's over there working on the computer. And you put the C through there. And this is the trickiest part, is the C. Okay. The C, you fold it over and you glue it right behind that D. Okay. And then you take the C and we fold where it has the score line crease already done for you. And we take a little bit of glue. Oh, let me see how I can show you. It's hard to show you. We take a little bit of the glue and there we go. So this is tight to the bottom. This push down to this, and this push up. So okay, now we're going to get this, and we're going to have the D looking at us, and we're going to do D on D. Okay, so put a little glue, and you want the bottom of this to touch the base so it's a clean, sharp fit, because this part and this part, these two move, but this brace and this does not. Okay, so now we've already prepared our paper, so it folds around pretty fast. Once again, we're skipping E, and we're going to go to F, and we're going to put glue on the F, and we want it to be tight to the base, and we are going to glue it. Did you see that? And we're going to glue it. Okay, now E is too big just to fit because it'll show some color. So we're going to take the E, and it's going to touch the back of the base and the tab where the E is. So let's put glue, and it has to be very strong. Be careful, don't get glue anywhere else, and it has to be very strong adhesive. That's why I recommend, if you're used to a glue gun, use a glue gun. If you're not used to a glue gun, it dries very fast. Do not do it. After you make 2 or 3 of these, you could probably use a glue gun, but just be fast. So, okay. Now, I'm going to take this one, and we're going to have G on G. Okay, so let's put the glue here, and bring it straight up. Put my finger back there and push the pieces together. It's done. I don't use the glue gun on a lot of paper projects, like albums. I do not use the glue gun, but I do on cards like this. We're going to skip the H, and we're going to go to the I, and we're going to glue the I together because your fingers get in the way and you have to do it that way. So there we go. Now we're going to go to the H, and we're going to bring it out just a little bit. I had it in there too far, but I wanted this score line to meet up with that, and I was able to move it fast enough. You do have a second or two to play around with that glue. So okay guys, once again, she's done. So now let's decorate the top of the card, because it's so bulky when this is in. The top of the card's easier if you do it now. So you see how that sticks out too far? We need to cut that if you want to do it this way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut right there. Oh my gosh, look at all the flyaways. I've been crafting all day and there's glue everywhere. Okay, so let's just make that. And then all you do is, to make the same kind of cut, is do a triangle, at an angle. But if you want to make it match, is you could do this and then you just follow along with what they have. Okay? This is a sticker, so it comes off pretty quick and easy. So let's put this right here, straight as we can. That doesn't look that straight to me. I don't think I can get it off. Nope, it's going to stay. Sending wishes of happiness and cheer and happy birthday. So we're going to put the happy birthday inside, and what flowers do we want to use? So we kind of have to figure out what we want to use. I like this, and this is the same thing, so I'm going to use that inside, and I think I'm going to I think I'm going to use this one. Which way is the flowers going? Use this one. She gives you a idea page in the front if you need that. So I'm going to stick it, trying to hide that it's a little crooked. So if I stick this right there, it might hide it a little. And then I am going to put that on there. But what I'm going to do is pop dot them. So once again, we're not going to take the sticker off the back. Almost done, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. I like to craft with people. I don't like to craft alone as much. But if I'm crafting alone, I have the radio on. Actually, the TV. I have DirecTV, and I listen to channel 803 most of the time. It's the oldies. And it was way before my time, but for some reason, maybe because my parents listened to it, I like it. So if you're crafting and you have DirecTV, try 803 and say, hey, Leigh, I'm crafting right now. Tell me in my group, or if you're friends with me, or on here, and I'll go turn it on and listen to what you're listening to and craft. We can craft together. So I'm just going to add this like that. And then the sentiment is a sticker. Everything is so easy. You only really need glue. Don't even really need scissors. And we're going to put that there. So now let's do the inside, and let's once again go over how to place this, because it does need to be flat. So we haven't folded this up yet, so I just start from the bottom, and when you start from the bottom, it kind of makes it all go. You know, I haven't folded it since I put all the pieces on there, and it will go. Just don't force it, because if you force it and you're not using hot glue, it will come apart. Because even my first one, I was kind of rough on it, and with hot glue, it was coming apart. And I'm like, whoa, let me be more gentle on this one. So I am eyeballing the distance between the base and the card to kind of get it centered. And I'm going to put some glue there. lay it flat. Try to get my finger. Ah! It is wanting to move on me. Did I get it glued down? I think I did. Yeah. It moved on me and I was able to fix it. So, okay, it is glued. See, you do have a second or two, even with hot glue, because this is, the cardstock's got like a gloss to it. So that's why it's not paper. So I have a second before it doesn't totally stick. Okay, so there you go. Trying to get up underneath there somehow. There we go. Be careful. Anyway, so see how it pops and it's there. Okay, and this color is a light green color. I don't know what it's showing on the camera. On the camera, it's not even showing a color to me. So, I now want to do happy birthday on the bottom again. It's a sticker. We're not going to take the sticker off. And we're going to put it right there, and it will still close up. So you can see where that went. This and this, how do I want to do this? Do I want to do it like this and put that there? Or do I want to do this? Add some movement. I think I am. I think I'm going to change it up. I'm going to use the rose down below. Now remember, you can peel one of these coordinating colors and put the square right here to write, but I think there's a lot of space here to write. And then I think this one I'm going to put up here to give it a little view to look all the way through. And do I want this right here? I don't want it hidden behind the cake. But yeah, let's use both. Usually I would only use one of these, and then my stash builds up, and then I have extra for other projects when I'm not using her kits. Because I tell you, her kits get so much extra stuff that your embellishments add up. She gives you so much extra. So that's a nice, and let's take this sticker off. So guys, tell me what you thought. I'm sure you had to speed it up to 2 because let's twist this around. This is a lot. Let's see. How are we going to put that? Don't know if I like any of that. But we're going to use it. Don't like it there. It was going underneath. So now we're back to over here. And we're just going to stick it here. No one knows that I was struggling for 2 seconds. There you go, guys. Isn't that beautiful? And it closes. Gonna have to use 2 stamps. Okay, guys, all my links are down below. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Have a blessed day.